Hello everybody, welcome back to Mike's Mike. We are at week 7, Australian Survivor recap and rankings. And look, ladies and gentlemen, we have made the merge after, 15 or 16 episodes, 3 non-elimination episodes. We have finally made it to the merge Sunday night to become one. Yes, I'm quoting the Spice Girls song. And if you don't know that song, it's this one. Geniuses. So, as usual, I have a few notices to get out of the way before we get stuck into the recap. And, oh my god, I'm so excited. So this week, I kind of lost my shit and I bought some live streaming gear. Like, this thing is a Stream Deck. And then I bought, like, a camera link so I can stream in HD from my DSLR. Amazing. So that's going to be happening either next week or the week after. And I'm so excited, mainly because, I'm pretty lucky because the community of people, you guys watching the videos, you like get involved in the comments and you want to have a discussion and everything, and I love that, and I want to be able to discuss it in real time in the videos. So that's the main reason why I'm doing it. So just in preparation for those live streams, I've done like a little poll in the top right hand corner of the screen. If you click on that, it'll give you a few options that I've written down for when we're going to do the live streams. I was mainly thinking of doing it on a Saturday or a Sunday, because that's usually when I record these videos, but there's also the possibility of doing it on a Tuesday night after the Tuesday episode. But yeah, I'll see what you guys say about that. Vote for the options that you think are the easiest for you, or the ones you think will get the most people, essentially. So the Australian Survivor Facebook page put up this clip, and it's like top 24, and then it fades out to the top 12, and it reminded me of the fade out scenes from like Australia's Next Top Model or like America's Next Top Model. So I'm going to put that up as an entree to this recap, and I'm going to put the America's Next Top Model music over the top of it, so enjoy that now. So these past 2 episodes, Sunday night was like a lot happened in that episode. So for my little title that I've written for that episode, I've written Man Overboard, brackets, jump ship skirt. I feel like it's very self-explanatory, but I'll get to that in a second. And then Monday night, I didn't give it a name, but I think as a concept, it would be triangle is the strongest shape, because you've got Jericho on the triangle, then you've got the you've got the Sarah, Luke, and Jericho triangle in a sangha. So let's talk about Sunday's episode. I wrote down a few notes, and, to start off with, they just kind of gave it away what was going to happen in the lead up to the episode. So they made it very obvious that Asanga was going to lose the immunity challenge, because they did like a live stream where you had to vote for Luke or Sarah, and they kept in all the ads, it's all Luke versus Sarah, and it's like, well, okay, obviously they're going to go to tribal council if they're putting all these ads out saying that they're going to tribal council. Like, what? Sunday night's challenge was when they were blindfolded and they had to go through the obstacle course. So we had Lockie and Luke calling out instructions for their respective tribes, and that was some funny shit. Like, oh god, like we got this clip of Jericho running, amazing, me all the time, and we also got this clip of Sarah running into a pole, and I thought, this is an optimum opportunity for me to practice my editing skills and put that over the top of some dramatic music and a black and white filter, so enjoy that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
Also, did you guys know that Asanga, the tribe, the people in the tribe were in the Michael Jackson Thriller music video? So after Samatau won that challenge, they chose Pete to go to the Italian Fiesta. Was it a Fiesta if it's Italian? No. They picked Peter to go to the Fiesta, and then Peter was like, yep, let's take Sarah. So you had Peter and Sarah go over, and then as soon as that happened, Luke was like, oh shit, what up? They're going to be talking that strategy, which is a fair call. They were 100% talking strategy. Notable outcomes from the Italian Fiesta. We have Sarah saying, you don't make friends with salad. You also have Jared and Henry and Lockie yelling out, yeah, boy, which kind of like made me realize the time period that it was filmed in, because that was very much alive at around like April, right? The Yeah Boy meme, was that April, May-ish time? So there you go. That's when it was filmed. We had Sarah and Henry going off to talk some strategy, and then you had the rest of them enjoying the meal, but they 100% would have been talking strategy as well. But I feel like it was just edited to show that the most important thing to come out of that was Henry and Sarah talking. Also, Michelle and that wine, she saw it, she was like, Yas Gaga Slay Mama. You can tell that she loves it. I think she said she loves a white wine, but she'd settle for a red. Me. Then when Sarah and Peter got back to Asanga, Tara told Sarah that Luke was gunning for her, and before that happened, I was really stressed thinking that Sarah was going to go, and I thought that Tara was just going to follow what Luke said, and then she was like, nah, hold on a second, I'm going to tell Sarah. I feel like that was a good move for her, considering how much of a target Luke would be going into the merge, and I think from Tara's perspective, she can see that Sarah has more connections in Samatau, and that's a ticket for her to get further in the game. Then later on at Samatau, Michelle was kind of like, I have to go to work, and I have to go to work now. And it's like pitch black. And she's like whispering to Lockie, like, I think Henry has an idol. And she's 100% spot on. Like, Michelle is low-key rising through these ranks for me. But then Lockie had a little confessional where he was like, oh shit, Michelle kind of just blurted out that Henry has an idol, which is not good for my alliance. And I feel like for Michelle, that's an optimal position to be in, and for Lockie, that's a shit position to be in. So there you go. And then, okay, that tribal council was wild. That was a wild tribal, right? They were in the middle of the jungle, and I feel like the tribal's more wild than the environment. Am I right? Also, Odette whipped out a gem during that tribal council when she's just like, can we just realize that Samatau is sitting right there and they're listening to everything that we're saying. We're just spilling out everything to them. I thought that was an excellent thing for Odette to say. So I know that it was a good thing that we had lots of drama in that tribal council, but I kind of got annoyed that no one went home, because that would have been such like a good tribal to go home on, if you know what I mean. Like if Luke had gone home, or if Sarah had gone home, they'd be like, wow, that was some crazy survivor play, wild tribal, someone was sent home. But then we had the mutiny situation, and Peter jumped ship, as we know. I'm not 100% sure how effective a mutiny is so close to a merge, because like if it was a few episodes ago, or they had changed the double swap twist thing, it'd make a little more sense. But for me now, I'm just like, okay, what does that achieve? Like it saved Peter, but what does that mean going into the merge? I'm kind of like, what was the point? And then on Monday night, Jericho, after that tribal council, he was kind of like, oh shit, my alliance is broke. And you know the saying, if something ain't broke, don't fix it. But it is broke, so he had to fix it. And he went to work. He was trying to get Sarah and Luke to work together. I have read on the Facebook page that Jericho just wants his parents to be happy. I feel like that's a good analogy. And then at the end of the day, that came through. So Jericho, Sarah, Luke, and Tara all voted for Odette, and Odette voted for Sarah. But how nice was Odette afterwards when she got voted out? She was so gracious. She was like, love you all to the Asanga people, even though they just blindsided her. And then in her confessional afterwards, she said that she thinks they'll go far, and I agree. I reckon at least one of them is going to go really deep into the game. So Odette, you're a winner in terms of predicting who's going to win Australian Survivor. And that episode really proved Sportsbet wrong. So Odette was, I think she was like $1.50 or something like that. And I just assumed that she was going to get top 2, and because that's what happened last year with Christy. But then she got voted out. So I guess Sportsbet ain't shit this year. So that means that anything goes, and we don't know what's going to happen, which makes it more exciting. Just a note on Peter after he mutinied from Asanga to Samatau. I think he's in a really good position now, because he was talking to Tessa at the beach, and Tessa was like, yep, we got that alliance. So it's Peter, Tessa, Ziggy, and Jared. That's 4 going into a merge of 12 people. That's like a solid amount to be able to get some stragglers and get a majority vote. So I feel like he made a really good decision, because if he didn't mutiny, then he might have very well have gone home on Monday night's episode. Again, it was very obvious which tribe was going to tribal council with the ads and how much time they spend on the Asanga Beach before the immunity challenge. It was just very obvious who was going to tribal council. Jericho killed it in that immunity challenge, and so did Ziggy. Ziggy, she's out of control in these challenges, but I thought it was interesting that they did an endurance challenge just before the merge, because that kind of tells everyone that Ziggy is a powerhouse, like a physical threat. So now everyone's going to be like, oh, we need to keep an eye out for Ziggy, because she just might keep winning these immunities. And we know that she has the 2 idols, so she's in a really good position. But I think that challenge itself might have put a target on her back. So heading into this week, we have 3 episodes confirmed. Unlike last week when I said it was 3 episodes, but it was actually only 2. I think I was misled. I wouldn't have just said that out of nowhere. But we have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and the ads say that it's 3 blindsides, 3 massive blindsides. So that means we're definitely getting 3 people going home. So we will have a top 10 next week. In terms of rankings, I think it's quite difficult to predict how it's going to turn out, knowing that we're going into a merge, but we don't know the dynamic. Like if we had the merge on Monday night, then I feel like I'd be in a better position to give a good set of rankings. But instead, I'm just going to split it in half and say 6 people who I think are going to come out on top as a result of the merge, and the bottom 6 people I'm not going to say much about because I don't really know what's going to happen there. But my top 6, I've got Annalise, Tessa, Sarah, Jared, Jericho, and Michelle. I haven't really put them in an order. I'm just kind of saying like top half, bottom half. And then I've got Ziggy just outside that top 6. And the reasons for that, she's in a really powerful position, but she has a double target on her back in terms of the physical performance that I just mentioned, and also that a couple of people know that she has an idol now. And if you read into the edit of the ads, it says 3 massive blindsides. Would you say that it's a massive blindside if Michelle goes home or if Jericho goes home? I don't think so. So that's why I'm putting them into the top 6. I think they have the capability to really fly under the radar, especially Michelle, because she's made the merge, and I feel like the big players are going to target other big players, and she doesn't really fit in as a big power player at the moment. So I feel like that's an ideal situation for her to be in. In terms of Jericho, he said it himself a couple of tribal councils ago about using a meat shield. So I feel like Luke might be his meat shield going into the merge. Obviously, we know that they're in a tight alliance, but the other power players might see Luke as a bigger threat and vote him out first before targeting Jericho. Jared and Tessie can kind of group them together. I think they're part of that core 4 alliance. I think they can get majority relatively easy. They'll fly under the radar. And I feel like Tessa might be getting a bit of a Christie edit, which is ideal, but at the same time, I doubt they're going to get the same type of winner 2 consecutive years. So I feel like it's a good position for her to be in now, but I want her to start making some bigger moves, if that makes sense. Then the other duo that I've got are Annalise and Sarah. So these last 2 episodes, I really think that they showed how much of a player Sarah is. There was a few episodes there where we didn't really get much screen time for her, or it was like a quick confessional or like a clip of her saying, "I'm not just a model." But from these 2 episodes, we can see that she's actually a strategic player, and she's got this plan and this alliance that she's going into, and that involves Annalise. So how about that segue though? But I think Annalise is in a slightly better position than Sarah, because remember that Samatau was looking in on a Sangha's tribal council, and that might turn out bad for Sarah. But Annalise, she's on Samatau. She's managed to find an alliance in Samatau. She still has people that she aligned with in Sangha, in Sarah and Tara. So, and she has an idol. Like, what? That's ideal. I think it's going to be really interesting to see who partners up with who, because as JLP said, we had a marriage at a Sangha, but is it going to be a one-night stand or is it going to last? And I think Luke, Jericho, Sarah, and Tara, as a collective of 4, they have the ability to kind of swing. If Samatau decides to split and vote against each other, there's 4 people there that can go to either alliance and vote with them. I think on Sunday night, we'll really get a look at how things are going to start going towards the end. We can see which alliance comes out on top and which people are orchestrating other people. So then that leaves my bottom 6 as Ziggy, but as I said, she's kind of in the middle. Lockie, Henry, Pete, Luke, and Tara. I think that's it, if I can count. I think Lockie's in a really interesting position because he's aligned with these physical threats, Henry and Ziggy, but they all have idols. So he's kind of like along for the ride with them, and I can't see them using their idols to save him. Absolutely not. So I think for him, it's a case of trying to lay low, but I don't even know if he can do that. I feel like for Henry, Michelle might be his downfall, because in the last episode, she was like, Henry, he got a damn idol, and everyone's like, So for her, good. For him, bad. The reason why I didn't put Pete higher is there might be some consequences for him mutineering, doing a mutiny. So that wraps up my top 6, bottom 6 kind of rankings for this week. I'm just waiting for Jake, and then we're going to do his rankings.
No, who did that? There's no one there. I saw Annabelle last night. Whoever just did that, Jolie, Phoebe. No, this isn't funny. I saw Annabelle last night. Michael could see it. Michael said it from there. He goes, someone just opened the door, and I turned around, and the door was just open. And he saw it open. I've got my back to the door. It's feng shui. It's feng shui. Feng shui. Feng shui, I mean.
I'm just going to start with an opening few sentences.
Mm-hmm.
The people that have fallen victim to this season's twists.
Okay. Lay it down.
Jaquit,
Yes.
Odette.
Yes.
Okay, so I've only just semi-recovered from the AK elimination and Tara and Annalise still being in whatever, still mad about it. And then it goes to Tribal and there's this awesome Luke versus Sarah thing, blah, blah, blah. But the underlying thing was that Peter was still going to go, right? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Peter had have gone, like, it would have been fair. They lost the challenge. Peter should have gone and not given this chance to just go to a majority try where he's now in a majority.
Right, yeah.
Odette would have made merge, and then we would have seen her game evolve, because that's what she said when she got to the merge. That's when her strategy began, and we have been robbed of Odette.
Do you agree that she was blindsided? Because she said that she got blindsided.
She thought she was the swing vote, so yeah, she was blind. There's contestant blindsides and there's viewer blindsides. That was a contestant blindside.
Okay.
Like, we all knew that was happening, but I don't think that she did.
Right, okay.
I think this season, like, the contestants are so good. They've chosen such a good
Yeah.
lineup, but they've just kept fucking interfering. I'm like, just let it be. Just
I
let
know.
it happen. That's what Survivor is. Because at the start of the season, you're thinking, okay, it's this group of people are stuck on an island, have to vote each other out. What happens?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what Survivor is, and that's what it gets people every time. People get hooked.
Yeah.
And it's all fair. Like, it always has to be fair. It just doesn't feel fair. It just seems like they make it up as they go along, interfere to save people when they have to, and it's just...
I think we've had 3 non-elimination episodes.
We have.
Which
And
is
how many
a
more
lot.
to come.
Yeah.
Remember at the end of last season, there was like 3 episodes in a row of like reward challenges, and we were just like... Remember we had to do a rankings one, and we were just kind of like...
There's nothing to rank.
Same as last week.
Yeah.
I'll put this person at number 12 because now likability and strength is a liability. So for these reasons, my 12 and 11 are Henry and Lockie. Lockie just could be big, strong, and will be targeted because he'll probably be good at challenges. He'll win a couple of immunities to keep himself safe for a while, but the second he doesn't,
He's gone.
I actually like Lockie. He's been the surprise package for me. The person, like, he's actually just cool.
Well, apparently, like, if you look at the alliance charts and all that, apparently it's him, Annalise, and Henry that are, like, aligned.
Okay, do they want to show us that?
So that's where I'm like, okay, if Sarah's in alliance with Annalise and Henry, does that mean that she's now in alliance with Lockie as well?
These charts are stupid. I do not trust anything that a social media person does. They call them teams and not tribes. Number 10. Oh god, I've spelled this really terribly. Tara, which
How-
I've spelled
How could you...
Tarah.
Is that like Tara and Sarah merged?
Can I not? I'm putting Tara down here because if that group of 8, that tribe of 8 decide to stick together in these early votes,
Right.
I reckon they'll go first.
You don't reckon they'll go for someone like Luke instead?
Well, is this a good time for me to bring up my number 9?
Yeah, go for it.
Look, that reason, because I think it would be either of those. Luke actually has a pretty impressive resume in terms of the moves that he's made so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a threat. He can be someone they want to take out. He's someone I hope they take out because there is not much more that my nervous system can handle of him.
Your nervous system? What does your nervous system have to do with it?
Like, you know, how much you can handle. He makes my blood boil. Does this not make sense?
I think I know what you mean, but use the wrong system.
Number 8, I've got Ziggy.
Mm-hmm.
Tara because she has the idol and people know she has the idol. 7 in the middle because who is she? Who is she?
Who?
It's Michelle.
I don't know if you can say who is she now. She's made moves.
Yeah, I thought really good episode. I think putting her at number 7 is fair. She ain't lower, she ain't higher.
Fair. That's nearly top half, so that's fine.
Number 6, I have Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Another fraud who should not be there. He's in the same boat as Michelle. He ain't lower, he ain't higher.
Do you reckon he would have gone that tribal council?
Hey?
Do you reckon he really would have gone that tribal council when it was Sarah versus Luke?
Yes. Jonathan gave him the chance to mutiny. He was like, open that fire exit door, I'm off.
Nah, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Do you want to stay on your tribe? No! What did you say? Talking shit! Number 5.
Yeah.
I've got Cookie Monster.
Same.
Can I stop? That's how I can go.
Yeah, okay.
I've got Jericho. I think he could be a threat to win. How's Sportsbet looking? I remember he was sitting behind Odette.
He's on $1.50. He's the favourite.
I think the one to beat now, but take it as a grain of salt now, because remember Odette was the favourite for some
That's
reason.
right. Tara is the next on like $3. So
Jesus H. Christ. So, number 4,
yeah.
the final fraud, Annalise.
Yeah.
I think we've got a lot of friends on both sides,
Yes.
and that's what's going to work best for her.
Yes, because she has Sarah on Asanga. She has Sarah and Tara on Asanga. Then she has like Lockie, Henry.
And kind of in with Luke and Jericho. I mean, she voted with them for the votes that she was on that tribe for.
Yeah.
So she could say to them, I've been loyal, like, all she has to say to them is, I've been loyal to you before. Number 3, I've got Tessa.
Yep.
Did you have her top 6?
Yeah. I think my top 6 is the
I
same as your top 6.
No one's going to be targeting her for a while. Watch her cruise to the final 7 or 8 before her name even gets brought up. Do you agree?
Yeah. There's no reason for her to be brought up.
She had all her hardships at the start, and now she's just like
Cruising.
skirt, like.
She's doing 15 and a 30. She ain't got no worries.
I tell all those Tessas, break you up. Number 2, I've got. Oh my god, I can't believe these are my top 2. For God's sake, number 2, I've got Jared, best under the radar game, perhaps in history,
Okay.
of Australian Survivor. And I think we're going to see a lot more of him now because it's showtime or go time, Jared.
Yeah.
Going nowhere.
He,
You know what I mean?
okay, yeah. He could either get like an Odette Ben edit or get like a Tessa edit. I think it could go
What
either
the
way.
hell? He hasn't even had an edit. It's a disgrace. He had like one confessional the other week, and I was like, oh, that's what he sounds like again. Jared had 1 1 5 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 4 0 3. So he went 8 episodes in a row without a confessional.
Oh my god.
Okay, and then obviously number 1, Sarah, because I just don't even think she has a single enemy, and for someone that's made so many moves and done so much, that's quite remarkable. But
Yeah. Do you think she's going to rake it up?
don't be trying to double back, Sarah. I already despise you.
Because she's like getting out your favourites. But, okay.
She got rid of Odette, she got rid of Kent.
Okay, you cannot count Kent as a favourite. You literally flipped a 180 on him in one episode.
After eating it, I cried. If that's not a favourite, then don't buy me Cadbury.
If Sarah becomes your favourite, who does she vote out?
She'll probably quit. At this stage, I think I'm standing Tessa
Okay.
and Jared.
Okay.
I would love to see Sarah gone next
Damn.
as karma for Odette, for Jaquit, for Joan, and for AK.
Well, I tell Sarah, rake it up, break it down, pass it up. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
I said she's playing the best game. I put her as number 1. That doesn't mean I don't have to like her.
I tell all my hopes, rake it up.
Alright guys, open that fire exit door. I'm off.
So that's it for this week of Australian Survivor Recap and Rankings Week 7. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you've got something to say, leave a comment. Don't forget to fill out the poll in the top right-hand corner to work out the best time to do live streams. And I hope you guys are excited about that and that you tune in because I think it's a really cool way to do these videos. But yeah, thanks for watching and I will see you next week. Bye.